Hello, Rich Tehrani here with TMC, and we are at Interop 2012 in Las Vegas. On our program is Steve Klinger. He is the Director of Product Line Management at Cavium. Steve, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
We talked about SuperCom was the last time we did this. That was the last SuperCom a few years ago.
Time's gone quickly, yes.
It really has.
Changed.
It feels like three years ago in the summer is what I remember, something like that.
That sounds about right.
3 or 4. So, start at the top. I'm sure most people know Cavium. You've been around for many years, but just give us an overview.
Sure. Cavium is a public company. We're a processor company, and so we have a variety of processor-based product lines to address a variety of end markets, including enterprise, data center, cloud, the security, wireless infrastructure, and digital home. We also have Monte Vista software now as part of Cavium, so they're a source of commercial and carrier-grade embedded Linux and other software services. We're based in San Jose, California, and today we're at about 850 employees.
So without your company, a lot of the products here wouldn't work. Basically, you really are the engine that fits in many of these products at a networking show.
That's right. That's exactly right. So we make embedded processors and then the associated software. So for a lot of switches and routers, security appliances, wireless base stations, things like that are all powered by our processors.
So is the name of the game basically faster and faster and faster? Just because the networks are getting faster, that means your equipment's got to get faster. Is that accurate?
It's true. It has to get faster, but it also has to get more intelligent. So what we're finding is that a lot of the value that our customers are bringing into their own software and networking equipment is really in having a more intelligent decision made as it relates to the data flowing through the network. People want to be able to control bandwidth in the network based on not only where the data is going, but what application it's associated with. Is it Skype, as an example, or is it Facebook? They want to make intelligent policy-based decisions about how they deploy their network and also the type of security policies that they implement.
So having said that, we do know that just the pace of innovation in processors, Moore's Law, has been, it's really been incredible. It's been breathtaking to watch these multi-core chips in devices as tiny as smartphones.
Yes. Yeah, it's really, if you look at our customer base, there's very few customers anymore that are looking for just a single processor core-based device. As you mentioned, even on the low end, dual core has become the mainstream. And we've announced products up through 48 cores integrated on a single chip. So, kind of as much compute and throughput as we can put into a device, there's a demand for that, within our customers.
So when you look out at the market and your customers are looking to choose you or a competitive solution, why do they generally choose your solutions?
That's a great question. There's a few factors. The first is the performance per dollar and performance per watt. So power consumption is another critical factor in a variety of equipment. So what they do is they look at, for their end application, what performance can they achieve per dollar of spend on the processor as well as per watt of power consumption. We excel in those areas. They also want scalability, so they don't want to develop different architectures and software at different performance points. They want to have a completely scalable product line where they can run the same software on the lowest cost, highest volume line as in their highest end piece of equipment. That allows them to leverage their software investment because software is an increasingly large piece of the total investment for our customers.
Now, in terms of the market, have there been any trends that you've seen in the last few years other than, we talked about a couple, just obviously things getting faster and needing to be more intelligent, but is there anything else that?
Well, one market area that we're playing in extensively now actually is in the small cell base station market. And so what we're seeing there is that the end devices, the tablets, smartphones, the amount of bandwidth that they're pulling on a 4G network, for example, is on another level compared to the historical trends in the wireless network. So what that means is that people are actually deploying small cells that need a very integrated, if you can think about it, really a base station on a chip type of a solution. And so that's a major trend that we see.
Okay, so what's next for the company?
Well, next for the company is really to bring our existing product lines into full volume production. On our MIPS-based line, or what we call Octeon, we're actually have 3 generations in full volume production. We're bringing the 4th. Within the digital home, we have a variety of solutions based on a wireless transmission of video over Wi-Fi. And so over the next months, and we're going to see a lot more deployment of that type of technology. So Cavium expects to participate in a big fashion there. The small cell I already mentioned is another area. We're also getting into the search coprocessor market. So we have a product line called Neuron that is used basically as a much more power efficient technology for doing classification and lookups in a lot of these equipment versus a ternary CAM-based solution. So that's an important new initiative within Cavium as well.
You're seeing big demand there? Customers are asking you for that kind of solution?
Well, certainly. If you look today, you know, there's essentially close to a single source for that type of technology, the TCAM-based technology today, and it's very high power consumption and high cost. So what we're able to do is basically deliver much more lookup performance, but do it far cheaper and far lower power, the power consumption, again, being a critical factor.
Listen, thanks so much for being here. This was great.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.